Hello and welcome to In the Know with Wolfpack Athletics. From interviews with student athletes, coaches, staff, and alumni, we will cover the latest in Loyola athletics and look back to the history of the Wolfpack. Get ready for an insider's look. So let's get in the know. In a typical year, the Loyola volleyball team would be gearing up for postseason play right now. But this year is different. And to talk about how our volleyball team has adapted is head coach Jesse Zabal. Coach, we started the year 2-0, our best start since 2012. What have been some of the reasons for our success?
Well, I think a big part of our success has just been recruiting. Our program over the last couple years has really grown, both skill-wise, academically, and I think it's allowed us to attract more top recruits, and that just allows us to come in at a higher baseline of competitiveness when we get in the gym in August. So the girls have also taken really well to the culture that we're trying to build, building on family, love, and trust, and they just work really hard when they're in the gym.
So good, thank you. Routine is very important for most athletes and coaches. Can you talk about your routine this year and how things have changed and how we've had to change up the routine?
Yeah, obviously there are a lot of different protocols that we have to go through right now because of COVID, but I think the girls really came in understanding that no matter how difficult, strange, or just different that those protocols might be, it was necessary for us to be able to practice and play. They really took that on as a daily task and something that they were responsible for if they wanted to play this game. And we sanitized before and after practice. During practice, we had hand sanitizer on us at all times. They wore masks the entire time while they were training. The only time that they didn't wear masks was while they were playing in matches. So just really proud of them for taking on those new routines that we had through practices and matches. I think also just as a student athlete, you have to get used to change. Every year changes. The team looks different. The dynamic looks different. So I think they do have somewhat of an advantage because they're used to change as the year goes. So again, they just took that on really well.
Knowing of so much change, was there like one obstacle in particular that really was something we had to overcome?
I think one of the hard things for our group this year was just team bonding. We, with the new rules put in place for students, we couldn't hang out as a whole team. We are a group larger than 10, so we could not do anything on or off campus as an entire group. But they did a really good job of spending time when they could together in small groups or getting to know each other during practice even. So that was probably one of the tough things. And I think, I don't want to speak for them necessarily, but just as a collegiate student athlete, you already have to make some sacrifices to prioritize academics and athletics. And this year, they're having to make even more sacrifices. They're in their rooms more often than they would normally be. Again, they don't get to spend time with each other or with large groups of friends. So I think getting them to understand that it's necessary, again, for us to be able to practice and play.
Right.
But they did a really good job of that.
Is there one moment from the fall that you're particularly proud of with this group, considering everything that they've been through already?
I think overall, just the fact that we started in August and we just finished a couple weeks ago, we fortunately did not have to stop quarantine or anything like that. I think they did a really, really good job of following the rules, making good choices, being good humans, and just, again, understanding the sacrifices that it would take to play this game. And that was really important to them to be able to compete this fall. So I think that's one thing I'm very proud of, and just the level of competitiveness in the gym right now. They want to win, they want to fight, and we're excited to get back on the court in the spring and compete for a conference championship. Right,
so this, like we noticed before, now is the time that we're typically competing for conference championship and national championship. Those championship tournaments have been moved to the spring. What's the expectation and prognosis for the spring?
We're going to win conference, and we're going to get a conference championship, and we're going to get to nationals. We are excited about the opportunities that we have ahead of us. We got to see a few of our conference teams this fall, and that just kind of gave us a little look into what to expect from them and allows us to prepare for them, especially them being a couple of the top teams in the conference. So we're excited, and again, they're just ready to compete and go after it on the court for sure.
That's awesome. Thanks, Coach.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this week's In the Know. We hope you enjoyed this insider look. Join us every week as we dive into today's news and back into the history of Loyola athletics.